Red flags nice guys ignore for too long. One of the biggest lies many men are taught growing up is this: if you're kind, patient, and good to people, everything will eventually work out. And while kindness is an incredible quality, many men misunderstand what being a nice guy actually means. Being kind is healthy. Being respectful is healthy. Being thoughtful is healthy. But becoming a person who constantly ignores reality just to keep someone happy is something completely different. And this is exactly where many nice guys get trapped. Because nice guys often have good intentions. They want to help. They want to support. They want to understand. They want to be patient. And none of those things are bad. The problem starts when patience turns into self-neglect. Because many nice guys spend months and sometimes years ignoring warning signs that were obvious from the beginning. Not because they are foolish, but because they keep believing things will eventually change. And hope can become very dangerous when it is disconnected from reality. The scary thing is that most red flags don't look dramatic. They don't arrive with alarms. They don't announce themselves. They often arrive quietly, in the form of patterns. Small behaviors that slowly grow into bigger problems over time. And by the time many men finally see them clearly, they are already emotionally invested. So today, let's talk about the red flags nice guys ignore for far too long. Number 1, she only shows up when she needs something. This is one of the most common signs. At first, it doesn't feel obvious. She messages you. She talks to you. She shares her problems. She asks for advice. She reaches out. And because you genuinely care, you respond. You listen. You support. You help. But eventually, ask yourself a simple question. What happens when she doesn't need anything? Does she still invest? Does she still check on you? Does she still create opportunities to connect? Or does she disappear until the next time she needs emotional support? Because there is a huge difference between being valued and being convenient. Many nice guys ignore this because helping people makes them feel useful. But usefulness alone is not a relationship. If someone only remembers your existence when they need something, pay attention. Because one-sided dependence is not the same as mutual connection. Number 2, her words never match her actions. This one traps countless men. She says she misses you, but rarely makes time for you. She says she cares, but her effort says otherwise. She says she wants something serious, but her behavior constantly creates confusion. And this is where nice guys make a huge mistake. They believe words more than patterns. They keep holding on to promises, holding on to possibilities, holding on to potential. Meanwhile, reality is happening right in front of them. Actions are difficult to fake consistently. Words are easy. Patterns tell the truth. And patterns deserve more attention than promises. Number 3, you are always making excuses for her. This is a huge warning sign. Pay attention to your own thoughts. How often do you say, "She's just busy. She's stressed. She's going through a lot. She doesn't mean it"? Sometimes those explanations are true. Life happens. But if you're constantly making excuses for someone's behavior, something is wrong. Because healthy connections should not require endless justification. If you're doing more explaining than experiencing happiness, pay attention. Number 4, you feel anxious more often than peaceful. This is one of the biggest signs that something is wrong. How does the connection actually make you feel? Are you constantly overthinking, waiting, wondering, worrying, checking your phone? Healthy attraction should not feel like a permanent state of anxiety. Every relationship has uncertain moments, but anxiety should not become your normal. Peace is often a better indicator than excitement, because emotional chaos is sometimes mistaken for chemistry. But they're not the same thing. Number 5, you keep hoping she will become a different person. This is one of the most dangerous traps. You become attached to her potential, not her reality. You imagine who she could become. You imagine what things could be. You imagine future versions of the relationship. And eventually, you stop seeing what is actually happening. Potential is not reality. People can change, but you should never build an entire future around change that hasn't happened yet. Reality matters. Patterns matter. Present behavior matters. Number 6, you are the only one making an effort. Look honestly at the connection. Who starts most conversations? Who creates plans? Who checks in? Who fixes problems? Who keeps everything alive? If one person is carrying everything, imbalance already exists. Relationships cannot survive long-term if one person becomes responsible for maintaining the entire connection. Mutual effort matters. Without it, exhaustion eventually replaces excitement. Number 7, you are afraid to speak up. This is a huge red flag. Many nice guys become overly agreeable. They avoid conflict. They avoid disappointing people. They avoid difficult conversations. So instead of expressing needs, they stay quiet. They suppress frustration. They ignore discomfort. And over time, resentment quietly builds. Healthy relationships require honesty, not perfection. Honesty. If you constantly feel afraid to express yourself, something is wrong. Number 8, she only gives attention when you pull away. This is extremely common. The moment you become less available, she suddenly appears. The moment you stop initiating, she reaches out. The moment you create distance, she becomes interested again. And many men misinterpret this. They think, she finally realized my value. Sometimes that's true, but sometimes she simply noticed the loss of convenience. And those are two very different things. Consistency matters more than temporary bursts of attention. Number 9, you are staying because of the time you already invested. This is one of the hardest traps to escape. You tell yourself, I've already spent months on this. I've already invested so much. I don't want to start over. And suddenly, past investment becomes the reason you continue. But time already spent is not a reason to spend more time unwisely. Sometimes walking away protects your future more than staying. Number 10, you are slowly losing yourself. This may be the biggest red flag of all. Look at who you were before this situation. Were you happier? More focused? More peaceful? More confident? Now look at yourself today. Have you become more anxious? More distracted? More emotionally drained? Sometimes the biggest warning sign isn't her behavior. It's how the relationship is changing you. Because healthy connections should not slowly erase your identity. They should complement your life, not consume it. Why nice guys ignore these red flags? Because they believe patience can fix everything. Because they believe effort always gets rewarded. Because they believe kindness automatically creates attraction. But attraction, respect, and compatibility are different things. And no amount of kindness can force someone to become the right person for you. If there is one thing to remember from this video, it is this. Being a nice guy is not the problem. Ignoring reality is. You can be kind without sacrificing yourself. You can be patient without becoming someone's backup plan. You can care deeply without abandoning your own boundaries. Because the goal isn't to stop being a good man. The goal is to stop ignoring patterns that are trying to protect your peace. And the sooner you learn that lesson, the sooner you stop wasting years trying to earn a place in someone's life that they never intended to give you. Click the subscribe button, like, share, and follow for more.